Hey, what's the best IEM? Luckily, for the second time, I did not do that. I didn't do it with basshead cans. Actually, I did, and I failed and got angry, and then decided I'm never going to trust a stranger's opinion again if I can help it. So I live in Japan. I don't need to ask strangers about cans. I can go check them out myself. Some people are not that fortunate. Um, I am, so I'm good to go. I don't know anything about IEMs, so ignorance is bliss. I didn't have any preconceptions about, um, what was the best or anything like that. I had nothing. What I did have was um, this, which is a FIO X5, which I think we can all agree is a reasonably good DAP attached to a KNC5, which I think most people would agree is a very nice amp. Combine the two with a neck strap that you wear around your neck. Nice and bouncy. It's very, very, very comfortable. You can't feel the weight because it's kind of bouncing. So I got this so I can go into a shop and I can evaluate stuff on my terms, listening to music that I want to hear. And A and B everything as often as I need. And yesterday I spent 4 hours trying to find good IEMs, and I was kind of blown away by the one that kept pulling me back. And I was very underwhelmed with other ones that had brand names, AKGs, Sens, Sures. I actually blew a set of Sures, but I wasn't sure if I blew the Sures, and the staff wasn't either, so I was cool with that. But they were horrible. I listened to stuff that was close to, I listened to 3 or 4 pairs that were over $1,000 US, or which would be the equivalent of Jumon, which is 100,000 yen. And they had spatial, steroidal, ecstasy type highs and very wide stages, but I thought the vocals were very artificial, and the bass was, I'm a bass head. It wasn't there. And when you're paying $1,000 and stuff, I'd like to be able to have it if I want it, but I couldn't even put it there. I couldn't take videos of those because they're behind glass, and when you've got a guy unlocking a glass case, you can't whip out your camera and do stuff. It's spring vacation in Japan. Lots of people, and I had to do my video real fast and point it to the ground most of the time, so I had to edit out a whole ton of stuff. It was like guerrilla filming. It's really not a cool idea, especially when you live in the area. With that preamble aside, I'm going to introduce you to what I think in a shop full of all of the headphones that are listed on HeadFi, short of a few, and I listened to all of them that were notable because I had heard of them, and were being touted by their expensive price. I kept coming back to a pair, and I come on to HeadFi last night, and there's not a single review on this set, and there's not even I don't even think anybody owns these. So these are the Sony XBA-A2s, which were part of the 2014-15 release, 14 fall with the Z7 over ear, and then they released the Z5 as the flagship of the IEMs, and then to replace the H series, they got the A1, A2, and A3. It's a different design than the H series, so it's a slightly different sound. This is the 12 millimeter one, which was sitting next to the X1, which was next to the X3, and then they had the X5 here. So I was A-Bing between all of them, using this kit on low gain, because these are IEMs and I don't know how much power they can take. And I listened to a classical track, a hip-hop track, and Ozzy Osbourne, You Can't Kill Rock and Roll, because I wanted to get fast guitars, electric, and also the opening is acoustic guitar, so it gives you kind of some clarity and some separation. and it sounds like a live recording, though I think it's studio. That can't kill rock and roll. The Sony XBA-A2s have plenty of bass, but they only when you call on them and you raise them up do they come. The A3s, which are a step up, are they come out the box bassy, and when I tried to lower the bass, it still bled into the mids, and it just made the bloat quieter, if that makes sense. So if you consider a response curve, I was lowering the bump, but it was still affecting the response. It was just a quieter bleed bump. I couldn't get rid of it. So I already got bass head cans, man. I really wanted something that could do. So here's my thing. I got the MA900s, which are just dream cans. That they're not more popular on Head-Fi is kind of a mind blower. They're 70 millimeter. They got a bass lens. The mids are just amazing, absolutely amazing. I listened to the Fidelio L2s and the K701s, and I really got tuned in on the MA900s, and man, price to performance ratio is really off the charts, and I think everybody admits that, whether they're Inner Fidelity review guy, that Tyler guy, or Lakchan, everybody kind of knows that price to performance is that's the kind of, you're gambling there, whether or not that price really matches what you're going to get. In Sony's case, the best of the three, the A2, A3, and the X5, turned out to be this one, because the X5 was not good with Aussie. It did okay. It had a lot of bass like the 3. It's actually very similar to the A3. It had a metallic sound to it, and the guitars were not played back well, and it had a dominating bass, and I'm a bass head, and that's cool, but I really wanted to get something that has bass, but when I want it, when I want to pull it up, it'll give it to me. I don't want to tone it down by default. I don't want to come in, plug something in, and then have to turn down the bass as my first step. I'd like to be able to do that as my option. Maybe I don't want to raise the bass. Maybe I do. So I'd like to have my cake and eat it too. The X3 doesn't allow that. I'm sorry, the A3, because it comes right out with bass. You try to tone it down, and it's a quiet bloat. That's no. And the Z5 is $600 and something, and I was willing to spend $700 yesterday. $700 on in-ears, but it's smaller technology. I figured it can't be, like I said, I don't know about IEMs, but I was comparing, and these are absolutely fucking amazing. I'm going to actually open it up, and you got I live in Japan, so sometimes people say it's all in Japanese. This is just my ownership card, XBA-A2. So this was part of the series that was released with the Z5, A1, A2, A3. And take it out, and you get a nice little box. I don't do unboxing videos, so this is the first time, so open the box, and presentation's pretty decent. So looks like that. It's got the cable's kind of flat. It's not round. Let's see if I can. Okay. Comes with a little case. Comes with another package. Okay, these are These are the earbuds that come inside. This is okay. I'm confused slightly. This is a second. Oh, okay. This is a second cord that goes with a smart device, I guess. It's a single button type. That's pretty typical in Japan. They don't. It's not the same. Something in here. Clip and looks like a tool. Oh, okay, that's a thing to keep your wires from getting in chaos mode. So this would be the second cord, which goes in here, and I'm not going to be using it with a phone, so I don't need that one. So I guess you can remove the tips off. Okay. That one. Well, there you go. This is them. So apparently, I don't know how this comes off. Okay, just like that. This comes off. And just clips right back in. Okay. Against everything that you've heard, there's a Sony BA, balanced armature thread, and there's not even anybody that's even, I haven't seen a picture in there of these. These are amazing. The cord is awesome, to be honest with you, because I'm not used to this, but this is really actually a flat. This is flat. The termination is good. It's L-shaped. I should have no problems with that. Keep a very nice low profile. If I put that get that fired up. Let me go with something. Was Van Halen. These are amazing. That I'm the guy that's doing this video about these is kind of blows my mind. These are think about your favorite IEMs, and I'm pretty sure I heard them yesterday, and I would have bought them too and been in your thread. But these are awesome. These are absolutely stunning. If I want bass, I got it. But it's not overwhelming like the A3. And the X5 is not as good as the A3. So I would take these over the 3, and I did yesterday. And price is not an object, man. I'm okay with cash. I run my own little business, and I get paid quite well. These are standard. Hold on just a second. If you have a chance to get your hands on a pair of these, you're getting a better pair than the Z5s, which are overpriced and are not even that great. I would have bought them just for... This is a pissing contest. Let's all be honest here. People buy stuff and they want to show it off, and it would have been nice to sit here with the flagships, but there's no way I'm spending that money on something that sounds less than these. And these actually sound better than the headphones that you are using right now, your IEMs. If they're not the XBA-A2s, then you are wrong. No shit. These are that freaking good, man. These are absolutely awesome. Take it from a guy that's not buying into the hype of anything. I'm actually the anti-hype dude. I took a lot of the so-called bass headphones that were being wrecked and just on bass, and compared them with other stuff, and it didn't hold up. So now I'm in the IEM arena and walk in willing to spend $700 because I figured that would be enough, and didn't need to. And the ones that were that price, the ones that are over that price. Now I'm playing rock and roll with very speedy guitar right here, and this is really the hardest for most headphones to put back. These are dope. These are really awesome. Love them. I highly recommend them. These might be imports. I don't know. XBA-A2. Good stuff.